everybody. Oh, hello, there we go. My mic wasn't on. Hello, welcome back to Thursday Nights here on Garblight Games North America. We are continuing our playthrough of Shadows of Atlantis, Achtung, Cthulhu. So thank you for joining us. We're going to pick up where we left off in India. And before we do that, though, before we do the recap, we'll do the roundtable for everybody. Jeff, tell us about Pavel, please.
Yes, Pavel, Voracek, and Gregor. We are wandering druid. We travel the world, both the physical plane and the dreamlands. And Gregor is a very intelligent marmot who has unfortunately picked up some very questionable habits of late, including, well, smoking. Let's be honest. That's what it is. It's this Henri fellow who's been very bad influence. But other than that, Pavel is he's doing well. He misses Leo, his friend. But he's about to die. I think. But other than that, Pavel's doing great. Nice. How are the rest of you? I forget what this talk about with Pavel sometimes. I'm sorry. I've been doing it so long.
It's all good. Megan, tell us about Ruby, please.
So I play Lieutenant Ruby McKay. She hails from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Long story short, she followed the love of her life to England. He died tragically. She woke up in a hospital, felt as though she ought to give back to the army that saved her. She became a nurse, and she finds herself entranced in the depths of India with this bunch of scallywags.
Scallywags. Aaron, I have Leopold on the overlay again. I apologize. Can you tell us about Captain Wolf, please?
Yeah, so I'm Captain Ulrich Wolf. Listen, this weird ass story started for me in 1933. My dad pulled some strings. I ended up in the U.S. Army Military Intelligence Detachment. So they sent me to Berlin to work under Ambassador Dodd as a liaison officer, which we all know means spy. And I thought that I was the best spy there was. I was the shadow. Around 1935 or so, I was tracking a shadowy organization, some offshoot of the Thule Society. Tracked him to the Adlon Hotel there in Berlin. And we know what? Turns out I'm not a good spy. I'm not a good spy at all. The Gestapo nabbed me. They interrogated me. And guess what? I broke, because if the Gestapo is interrogating you, you break. I figured I'd be chewing on a bullet at that point. But no, they turned me over to that very society I was looking for, the Black Sun. They took me off to some castle in Bavaria and then through some weird-ass portal to some other place that's all classified. Well, the Black Sun, they had plans for me. But let's just put it this way. Their plans did not go the way they saw it. I walked out of there with this sword and made my way back to Great Britain. Told my story. Well, the U.S. sent some pencil pusher named Professor Deadman over to talk to me, and then they all decided that maybe I should just stay there in Great Britain. Started working for Section D, and then, of course, Section M. And I was doing great. I was working with Badger's commandos. We were punching Nazis and enjoying ourselves until I got yanked on this babysitting detail to watch out for some Atlantean scholar and his bloody rodent. So here I am.
There you are. Black Sun. We haven't even encountered them yet. That's good stuff. Jonathan Morris, tell us about yourself, please.
Yeah, I'm Sergeant Jonathan Morris, career soldier. I'm nowhere near as exciting as Captain Wolf there, but I've done my duty. Reports of my death were slightly exaggerated. Some experimental procedures later. Cool no shield. I'm apparently, being babysat now, but I'm gonna be just a real little hellion, and I think it's gonna be fun.
Oh, Sergeant, you're helping me babysit the weird guy with the marmot.
Right. Okay. Sometimes I hear the orders and good intentions, poor execution.
No worries, Sergeant. I will get you straightened out.
All right.
And last but not least, Henri has returned from the mysterious land of France.
that nobody in the party knows of.
Nope, doesn't exist.
Yes, Henri is the honorary baguette ninja of the party. The scout, smoking, baguette eating, sometimes cheese and wine. He joined the party in the mountains of the middle of nowhere. We're not really
Tibet.
sure how he got there.
Tibet. Yes, we don't know. We never
But-
discussed that. That's a tale for another day.
That's a tale for another time jump back when he's even younger, traveling to Tibet.
He was an infant traveling by himself with a carton of cigarettes through the mountains of Tibet.
A baguette and a cigarette.
Yeah,
On his
baguette
way
and a
to
cigarette
Tibet.
and a dream. That's
That's gonna be his autobiography. Baguette, cigarette to Tibet.
oh man. This stuff just writes itself. Okay, so speaking of Tibet, that's where we left off, or picked up, I should say. We picked up in Tibet. You had finished clearing out the veiled monastery of evil blue robe monks. You made your way back to go see Serling Lama. He was waiting for you. He had ready to shower you with gifts. The plane was prepared and ready to go and take off and head back towards India. He said his goodbyes. He gave everybody a prayer scarf. He gave Ruby a special statue that points towards wherever there's a Paladin that you have not already claimed for your possession. Otherwise, it'd just be pointing at Jonathan's back, the shield on his back. You were told you can keep those little things around your neck with the little eyeball looking things. Dawa gave you all some tea, some dried yak jerky for the trip. And Leopold was asked to stay behind to help with the training of Dawa and to prepare for this battle against evil ahead. So he stayed behind, and the glowing orbs reappeared, picked you up, took you off into the sky. You were shrouded in fog. You couldn't see anything until you were just above Delhi, where the fog disappeared. The red orbs flew away. The radios crackled. And the British army was waiting for you. You had disappeared for 3 months. Not just, a week like you had thought. You guys were brought in, contained. You were given a letter from Strang upon your arrival, letting you know that Section M is now in full swing. It's now the Department of the Uncanny. And you guys were now in the thick of the secret war that was being waged. And he is left. He's gone to the farm, as he said. You interpret that as he's left London and he's gone elsewhere to further Section M in their plans in the war, the secret occult war that's happening that people aren't aware of. But you met an Englishman by the name of Lieutenant Arthur Tennyson. He is MI6. He is in India. You also met another gentleman, Lieutenant Subdiyar Joshi, who is of the King's Commissioned Indian Army. And you also met Aaron's new character, Captain Ulrich Wolf, who then basically proceeded to debrief you and to get to the bottom, to see if you are who you really are, because you guys had disappeared so long and there's so many strange things going on in this war. They needed to ensure that you weren't Nazi spies disguised as their agents. And after quite some time of questioning and debriefing upon debriefing of past adventures, they were satisfied that you are who you claim you are, though they were quite confused what happened to Leopold and where this Frenchman came from. They've decided to move on instead of asking more questions. You read Ehrlichman's journal. It spoke of the things you can expect to find here in India. It spoke of musical columns tuned to specific notes. It spoke of places of worship, painted murals. What else? What else do they speak of? Remind me, Jeff. Did you take notes?
I did. So it gave us some information about the island of the caves. I think it was Garaputi, the island of the caves.
Yep.
I remember that. And Alora, I think, is the name of where we're going.
Yep.
Either, I'm not sure if it's the place or the temple. Temple to Alora, maybe. And I remember that. And then there was all this other stuff that we were getting, but I don't think that was from his notes.
No, that
about
was
like the brides of Durga and whatnot.
Yes.
Too.
So that came from Tennyson and Lieutenant Joshi. They let you know the brides of Durga, and that they're this like radical, fanatical, nationalist group that has popped up recently that they're quite concerned about. They had intercepted some news that they were going to go and acquire some weapons or a weapon to the region where you guys are also heading. You have information that it is an occult weapon based off of what Sterling Lama let you know and the writings in Ehrlichman's book, but they're more concerned that there's munitions and weapons and is going to pose a threat to the people of India more than some sort of supernatural sort of weapon. So they mobilized, and you went along with them to go intercept and get to the bottom of this because you're headed to the same place. On the way there, you ran into some cows. You helped move the cows out of the road. You met an old man who was familiar. Well, he was familiar with the necklaces. He specifically called out the necklaces you were wearing that helped you breathe underwater, and he gave you some hints of what maybe to expect. He let you know that you can call on some warriors for help in this region.
The blue
Warriors
of the North.
That's
Yeah.
the Blue Warriors of the North. Yep.
Just
Let's
some
see.
red.
He's singing
There's
the
the
same
Red
tune
Mother.
as that dude.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Durga,
Yeah.
Durga, the Red Mother.
The Red
music
Mother's
from
wives.
country.
Yes. That's right. Beware the spirits of ignorance and loss,
And
for their
loss.
touch is the mind's oblivion. If the Red Mother's wives and the wolves in sheep's clothing prove to be too much, call for the venerable Blue Warriors from the North. They will be listening. And that was another thing that Sterling Lama said is if I don't recognize you when we meet again, please don't be offended. But this was not Sterling Lama. This is just another holy man who's aware of your mission. You guys arrived somewhat at the base of the mountain. When you got there, there were already some Blitz Opel Jeeps that were parked, or trucks parked here. So you know the Germans are ahead of you. And most likely, there may be the Sisters of Durga here as well, but you know for sure there are Nazis somewhere in front of you. You guys crossed some bridges, you entered some caves, and then you were faced within some caves. You found almost like a temple with a courtyard, and Henri had snuck in there and looked around, and there's statues of llamas, of elephants and other creatures in here, and he snuck back, let you all know, and then you all entered, and these horrible creatures just appeared from out of the walls. They're incorporeal, almost transparent, red. They have 6 arms, claws, big teeth, and we left off with them flying at you. I'll dig up the picture to remind you what they look like. Oh yeah, Megan wasn't here. So Megan, these things are flying at you. There's 8 of them in total.
Truly terrifying.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Good times, good times. I can also put it so people at home can see what it is that is flying at the players. There you go. You can see these horrible creatures made of red mist with many arms and sharp teeth. So let's pick up there. I can't remember who was all in there. I don't have a map for this. We're going to do theater mind for this part. But we might as well just enter combat because these things are flying at you. Like I said, there's 8 of them in total. You guys get to go first. What's your move? There's like a clear, so there's like almost like a courtyard. There's a temple in the middle. There's walls all the way around the exterior of this. It's in a cave, so it's weird. There's walls, but it's a very high cave. It's actually open air at the top, so like sunshine is shining down and into this part of the cave. There are statues scattered about this courtyard around the temple. There are also these cylindrical columns, 6 of them in total, around the actual courtyard itself at various places. And you also see that on one of the walls, there's a statue. There are 2 statues of bulls, B-U-L-L-S, and they have balls, B-A-L-L-S, at their feet or their hooves that look like these balls can be moved. But this is what you're just taking in as the carnage begins, laying the scene, laying it all out for you.
Do we have that momentum there? Is that accurate?
That I'm gonna say one less. You have 3.
Okay. If they're coming at us and they very clearly look like some sort of crazy supernatural mythos-like creature, I think I would be more than happy to lead off and try to make one somewhat vulnerable.
This is what you've been waiting for.
I have been, and I feel like it's not going to work. I feel like I'm going to fail because I've been waiting for this for months, and it's probably just going to be the worst. Okay, so Pavel will. So I'll do a couple things. So since you all are around me, this could potentially freak you out. But I'm gonna do my usual thing where my face kind of goes pale. Looks like my veins are starting to pop out, but instead of veins, they just sort of look like tree roots and branches that are kind of starting to glow. Little sprouts of leaves start popping out, and then he will draw like right in front of him with one of his hands this kind of strange kind of runic symbol, and then with like a big burst of wind just kind of blow it, and it'll fly out towards the creature that's kind of closest.
So that's close to you. Yeah, they're flying around, going in and out of stone statues and walls and all that. So yeah, the one that's nearest to you, that's fine. They're screaming as they're flying.
And because I really want this to work, I will burn a fortune just to get the crit, because I don't want Henri to think really bad of me.
Too late.
And then
What do you mean?
I will
Worse.
I will burn a momentum to get an extra die too, so I can see if I can pay this forward. So I'm casting for the first time the Ogum sign. So tapping into my weird.
Who just bought a reroll? Pavel. So Melissa just bought you a reroll also.
I don't need it.
Oh, give that reroll to someone else, Melissa. When he fails, they can have
I
it.
already have 2 successes, and on top of that, I will take
Another 2 successes.
2 more. So it's a difficulty of 3, so I get the momentum back. Okay, so the spell succeeds. Then I gotta roll. I gotta roll power. So it's 5, 6, 7.
My brain.
This is where I could hurt you all, since all of you are kind of near me. As I'm tapping into mystical power. All right, so I gotta roll 7. So this is gonna be. So this is against them. So I'm rolling kind of my spells against them.
Is it against a specific stat?
Right.
Oh,
so okay. Oh, that's not bad at all. All right. So so what it does? Actually, I got 2 more. I have 2 more dice to roll. Sorry. Sorry. First time casting it.
You've been waiting for this. Every time we face something, is it supernatural in nature? Is it supernatural in nature? No. It's men.
Okay. So the spell targets a
6
single
damage.
supernatural creature within medium range, whatever's closest, whatever kind of qualifies.
Yeah.
It inflicts power plus 2 stress. Power plus 2 stress dice, mental stress to the creature with a drain and piercing 2 effects, even if the creature is immune to mental attacks. I've rolled like crap damage though. I got 4 damage. Okay, so I got 4 damage and it's piercing 2.
Didn't you get 6 damage when you look at the other 2 dice too? Total of 6.
I get 6 damage. Thank you.
And we take damage according to effects.
Yeah.
You get your mental courage and stuff.
You get to subtract your courage though.
Well, you are saying I'm courageous. Ow, my brain.
So even if the creature, Matt, is immune to mental attacks,
It's not.
they are no longer okay. So then they just take then that's the damage they take then.
So
if they were
what was it?
immune,
8?
it'd be something else.
6 damage?
6 total.
And the effects don't do anything special?
The effects are piercing 2 in drain.
Okay.
So their maximum hit points go down by the number of effects. Or their stress, that is, not hit points.
1 fatigue. Okay. Very good. So 6 damage. Yeah, this thing just kind of screams and then like fades into the temple wall and disappears, the one that you attacked.
Now, did it take any mechanically? Did it take any kind of injuries from the spell? Did it take that?
It did. I don't. It's weird because these guys can get injuries, but because they're incorporeal and things like that, I don't know Technically, yes.
Well, it's-
they did.
it would
They
be a
suffered
mental-
more
it
than
would
5
be-
damage.
Okay, so
From
that
that one
basically
attack.
means that so Pavel will call out and we'll say like that weird sign he blew on them is kind of still lingering. That's the one you should attack because that one lost its vulnerable special rule for the remainder of the current scene. That's the one to target. So he'll turn to you all. He's like that one. He's like straining because it's very very painful. Like attack the one right there.
Do they have to roll anything to resist here? Seeing this?
No, that's just a straight up
'Kay.
like
No,
So
courage
it's just-
stuff.
Just for the
yeah.
one, right? Though that you hit,
I'm sorry. Say that again.
it only affects the one you hit.
It only affects the one I
Okay.
hit. Yeah, it's a single target spell. There's no way for me to target others.
Do you guys want to keep? You want to spend the 2 momentum and keep it near your side? Otherwise, all 8 of mine will attack next.
Oh, baby, hit us.
Oh,
And
baby.
that cost was just for me. So don't worry.
Do you guys want to go or no?
I mean, I don't think we can. We only have one guy to go for, besides anybody has Bane weapons.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
you can attack all of them. It's just that one in particular, Jeff.
Mm.
Made
So Captain
weaker.
Captain Wolf's face grimaces as he grabs the hilt of this sword and he pulls it out. And you see this black blade. It kind of shimmers a little bit. It looks like things are trying to push their way out of it. But he doesn't attack. He's standing. He's waiting. Because the beauty of melee attack is it's always opposed anyway. So they might as well come in and attack because I still get a roll.
Okay, well, this sounds good. So there's enough to attack each of you once, and then I got extra attacks. So let's just go down the line here with the attacks. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll go in order of the overlay. So we'll go after Pavel first. It's going to fly at you and slash at you with its claws. I will spend some of my threat. And that's a
Oh
hit.
my. Okay.
I have a feeling
Sorry,
that would be.
I have a defense of 45, so I don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that checks. And 6 damage and 2 effects. So it has Drain, Pierce 1, Snare, and Stun.
Ouch.
A lot of
Does
Okay.
6 damage do anything to you?
Yeah, I have one.
I'll use my reaction to
Yes.
jump in front of him.
Bodyguard number 1.
So 6 damage, I'm assuming, does nothing to you.
It does not, but it is piercing 2
Piercing 1.
or piercing 1. Oh, so close, but no.
Okay. All right. So that's it. Pavel's okay. Next up is Ruby. One's going to fly over at you, Ruby, and it's going to do the same thing.
Now, if Ruby has a melee weapon out, she can do an opposed roll against this, and
I have Pokey, of course.
it'd be hard to beat that
I
though.
thought Pokey was the gun.
All right. I got 3 successes. You can try and
How
counter
do I-
this.
It's the same. It's just a fighting attack, but if you get more successes than it, then you do damage to it instead of it doing damage to you.
Mhm.
GM's rolling good tonight.
It's just like a reaction.
Yeah.
No, that's just how melee combat works.
Close. No. Nope. Only got 2.
Okay. Let's do the damage. Again, it's going to claw at you. 5 damage. 1 effect.
Negatory. Haha.
Nothing?
No.
What?
Oh no, with piercing on.
Piercing
No.
1. So ignores 1 resistance for each effect rolled. So it only has 1 effect. So it's going to ignore 1 point of armor.
It hit me 1.
Okay.
4 armor? Holy moly.
Oh, and these guys, when they hit you, their claws actually cause mental stress rather than physical stress.
So
Keep that
that
in
goes up
mind.
your courage versus armor?
Yeah, it's courage instead of armor.
Okay.
So go for your courage. Sorry,
Hey.
I missed that.
Pavel might survive after all. Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Do you have high courage, Sergeant Morris?
I do, yeah.
He does.
Okay.
Okay, so does that still hurt you with your courage?
I
Yes.
took 1. If for me, I have 1 point difference between the two.
Mm.
What is snare and stun? I mean, I know what stun is, but what's snare?
Snare, the attacker
Can't
hazard
move.
entangles and binds the target. The target cannot take any actions other than to try and break free. It requires a skill test. I haven't used snare yet, so I can spend threat and I can grapple you.
Oh, okay.
So are you triggering the
I'm-
effect? Which effect you're using right now, or is it all of them get applied for each?
Typically, it's
effect
all of
roll?
them. Right? Am I right, Aaron? Usually,
Yeah,
it's every effect.
typically all effects.
It is.
Hit.
It's every effect. Yeah.
So that also has stun on it. Attacker hazard leaves the target momentarily unable to act if a number of effects are rolled that equals or exceeds their resilience. You all have one. You have more than one resilience, and I know you have more than 2 resilience, Morris. So I know you guys are not stunned. Next up. Next up is Mr. Morris. I'm gonna spend some threat on some extra dice against you. Woo!
Ooh.
You can roll to
Nice.
try and
Okay.
resist it though.
Okay, so
That
I
is
just
a
roll my
thing.
own melee.
Yeah.
Yeah, you roll your melee.
So 3 successes.
I will. So I will.
We haven't had a lot of melee combat in
Yes.
either of our times playing this.
have it.
Dang, that's. gonna
Oh my
change.
god, you resisted it!
So now
What?
you do your damage to it.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Shield bash? I'm gonna say
Yeah.
it flies at you screaming, just bash it with your shield back
Man, that feels really good.
before it can phase out.
I love it.
My god, Morris.
So did I earn a couple?
Oh yeah, give yourself momentum.
How much momentum did
I
I
think
get
it's
from
1
that?
because you needed 3, right? Was your target and you went 1 over?
No, it's the target number is 1,
Oh,
but the one whoever gets the most is the winner of the encounter.
Oh,
So we
got
got-
you.
we
Then,
got
yeah,
two
take-
So
momentum.
I earned
Take your
3 momentum.
3
off that?
momentum. You
I'm
guys
gonna
are
take
max
2 of that and
momentum.
put it. Let's add 1 to the pool, and I'll put 2 onto the damage. Oh god!
Holy.
My god.
Wow,
Jeremy. Jeremy.
But Baned weapons don't do anything. Not Bane stuff does nothing, or
Oh,
just
yeah.
like half.
I don't know.
No. You're hurting it. There's no,
Okay,
there's
fantastic.
no rules that you can't hurt it. And Bane weapons and all that. So, wow, 12 damage? Are you kidding me?
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
It's just-
All right. So, wow. Okay, you do a lot of damage. So, you're going to cause 2 injuries to this guy
Nice.
with that.
Nice.
I'd love to just shield punch him center mass and just cave in that center area.
You blow its smoky body apart and it loses 4 of its 6 arms. Come back.
Well, it suffered its
Like
mass.
those old He-Man toys where they just pop off.
No, okay. No, you're going to do... It'll only be 1 injury. Sorry, I'm redoing the math here. So 1 injury, but you do a lot of damage. Not enough to cause 2 injuries, because...
Hmm.
Holy crap. Okay. It is screaming, and it looks very, very, very hurt and surprised at your retaliation. Next one is on Henri. Whoa, you hit hard.
What?
You hit hard. Holy crap.
Henri is too busy pulling out his baguette, measuring the size of his baguette versus the black sword he just saw. I think mine's bigger. I think it is. Yeah.
Okay, well, just for that, I better hit you.
Come on, man.
Oh my god, I'm rolling good tonight.
All right, I'm gonna use 1 momentum and roll 3 dice and see if I can. So I roll agility plus fighting, or right?
Correct.
Yeah. Fighting, agility, and then I can have my focus, my baguette.
This is not meant to be a deadly encounter.
Oh,
Ooh.
close.
Can I have the threat?
Oh my god.
I can
Don't
spend
give him
fortune to re-roll. Wait, what if I tie? Do I take damage or?
You got to beat whoever wins. If it's a tie, neither party does.
okay.
damage.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Because of your baguette foolery, I'm going to spend a threat and I'm going to grasp you, which is going to cause snare. Then I gain the snare effect. So it doesn't normally have the snare effect.
Oh, I see.
So I'm going to spend threat to give this attack snare. Let's see if it even hurts you. 3 damage and 3 effects. So I'm sure the damage doesn't do anything to you.
It's against courage, though, right?
Does one.
Okay, so 1 point of damage. That's got the piercing. So this does have the snare effect. So snare, the attacker hazard entangles and binds a target. The target cannot take any actions other than to try and break free. It requires a skill test with a difficulty equal to the number of effects rolled to break free. So 3 effects is the three is the difficulty here. On your turn, Henri, and I got 3 more. Oh wait, there's 5 of you.
Hey, yeah, nobody's attacked me yet. But
Didn't I? Oh,
no.
well, let me do that right now.
I like how he rolls a D4 and
Oh
a
my
D6.
I'm rolling really good tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna take a
Matt,
point of momentum if
stop
that's
it.
okay. To get an extra die.
Yeah,
Let's do.
go for it before I roll
Right.
this damage.
Okay.
That's what. Ooh, oh.
But my weapon has parry, so I get to re-roll 1 die.
That is
So-
a success. So it's a tie.
So we tie, so nothing happens. We basically just clash blades.
Let me give myself my threat back for adding the extra dice on there. So we'll attack. So there's 5 of you.
But we
The
do
first
get our
one,
momentum back.
first one's going to attack Morris. The next one's going to attack Ruby. And the one after that's going to attack Ruby. All right, so Morris, Sergeant Morris, let's spend a die to try and hit you.
Oh,
Oh my god!
What?
shit. I'm not even point even rolling, really.
Dude, can you do
You
that
have
more
not
than
missed
once?
at all.
I haven't, and most of them have been critical successes tonight for me.
Do you only get to do the parry thing one time in a
It's
turn?
every time. It's,
Every time-
That's
yeah,
how
go for
melee
it.
combat works.
Yeah.
It's always.
I mean,
Contested.
there's no reason not to try it.
Yeah.
Well, he'd have to
Oh, yeah,
spend
yeah, no.
momentum, though.
Can you
To
get
even-
5 successes?
Like, he has to spend momentum, and it's, like, really low chance, but...
I've got a 16 with the focus in it, and a 5.
And remember, your shield has parry, so you automatically get to roll 1 die. Re-roll 1 die if it fails.
I don't know.
I don't,
Go for it.
I don't know.
That's 5 though. That's 5 successes. I
But
don't
you
wanna
also might
waste-
shrug it off because you're so tanky.
You know what? Maybe I shouldn't waste it. I should tank. That's fair.
Okay.
Or
But I
do we
mean, you
have
get-
You can
to-
always.
Yeah,
You get to
you
roll
can
it
fine.
still roll anyway, and you can
Yeah,
always just
roll it.
spend 1 momentum to get a 3rd dice, and maybe you'll just get crazy lucky.
Yeah, just roll it.
Okay. I
That's
don't
my
wanna-
damage there. We're sticking with that.
Okay.
Oh.
Uh, so 6 damage, piercing 1. It has
Okay.
2 effects, so for each one rolled. It's against your courage, remember?
Since it's against courage with piercing, it does actually do something.
Okay.
Right, takes
And it's
1.
not 2 is not over your resilience.
No, it's
know
not.
that. So what, I rolled 1 against you and 2 against Ruby, didn't I?
Yep.
Yes. Okay,
And
Ruby coming after you
double-
next.
Double Ruby.
Double Ruby. 2 successes.
Oh.
So you're going to try and parry with your thumb knife? This is doable.
Do it.
No, not with my thumb knife. With Pokey, like the Bane weapon.
Oh,
the
yeah,
Bane
your
dagger.
supernatural
Ooh.
dagger. Yeah.
Oh.
All right. I forgot you named it Pokey.
Yeah, of course I am. I have a whole bunch of useless.
Oh my god. 3 damage against your, and 1 piercing against your courage.
No, that's
It's a negative.
it's a negative.
Okay, next attack. 2 critical successes.
Do it,
Oh my god.
Jesus!
You got this. You got this, Ruby.
Come
I'm
on,
on
Pokey.
fire tonight with my dice.
All right.
Oh, man.
Oh god.
You had one job, Pokey.
Right?
Wow.
It's all good.
I
Does
don't know.
crits give... Does it give more dice in the damage or no?
No. But you can spend the momentum you gained. To
Right,
do
right.
more.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's the trade-off. You can use that momentum for a multitude of things.
Wait, so roll damage, Matt.
Okay, is this it? Is this when I kill Ruby?
Ooh. Could be.
I just keep using the momentum I keep gaining against you guys. It's kind of great. Just yo-yoing back and forth.
Oh.
Nothing. You're fine.
Nice.
You're fine.
You deserve that. I think
That
you earned
was-
that
that
I
a little
did.
trash
I
talk.
did. All right,
Yeah.
that's it for my guys. Over to you.
'em.
Two of them are very injured. The one that Pavel attacked and the one that you smacked back with your shield, Morris. The rest are
if it-
untouched.
Captain Wolf will swipe out at the one that Pavel injured.
Someone help me! I am grabbed and being sucked
Yeah, and then
alive.
there's one that's holding Henri.
In fact,
We're
that's
still
okay
on
with you
round
guys.
1, right?
Yeah,
We are
yeah.
still in round 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just
Oh, yeah,
all
man.
win at once.
Go for it. Yeah.
And I will spend 1 point of momentum to get a third die.
Oh yeah, I guess
Oh,
I've always been doing them like groups of guys. Because it's one group, I just did them all once. Sorry about that, guys. Just because
okay.
I'm 1-1-1-1. I'll do that next round. Because
It
we've been
gets
facing
to-
groups of different guys.
He gets
All right.
to try to parry that.
Okay. Nope.
All right, thank God I hit. I mean, you get the 2 threat for the
Yep.
complication, obviously, but okay. So we get 2 more momentum back, and I'll roll damage. And I'm actually going to spend 1 of those momentum to get an extra damage die. $11 damage, 3 effect, and the effects are Drain and Bane, obviously.
Okay, so that is enough to kill the one that Pavel injured previously. So how do you kill this thing?
So yeah, I think what you guys see is you see this black sword blade go into this incorporeal creature, and the blade just moans with hunger, and you see this thing start to scream and start to get pulled into the blade. And this half smile comes on Captain Wolf's face almost involuntarily as he pulls the blade back out.
Very good. All right. Who's going next?
I mean, I'm last because I can't even do anything. So
You
guys
try
feel
and break
to-
free.
I'll go and help you, Henri. I'll take my
Pokey.
plethora of pokey things and come and
So
see
you're
if I
gonna
can-
stab the one that's ensnaring him, that's holding him.
Oh, Mademoiselle, my savior!
We'll see. This is most likely.
Do not stab me, please. Don't, please.
So it's the creature that's ensnaring him. Yeah.
Yes, it's like holding him with its 6 arms right now.
Okay.
Has something against French people.
Hmm.
All right.
Can it hold me and defend itself?
No, that's why I'm not rolling a defense because I'm gonna say if it tries to to swipe back at her, it's gonna let go of you. So, so 2 successes and 3 damage. Nothing. You do not seem to harm it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It's my birthday today, so
Oh,
I have some visitors coming down.
happy birthday, Megan! Why don't you
Happy
say
birthday.
something?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
I think Pavel should actually sing "Happy Birthday" to Megan as Pavel.
It's true.
Yeah,
Or Gregor.
I just thought I would be getting like cupcakes and
Cake.
Yeah, no problems, no
Cake.
problems. Cake.
Birthday.
Who wants to go next?
I'd like to keep punching my guy. That sounds fun.
All right, go for it. The one that's really, really, really hurt.
Yes. And this will be my first attack against him, so I'll use my they don't like it up on ability.
Right, because you get 2 attacks, right?
No, I just get an extra dice the first time I
Okay.
attack somebody up close.
Thanks for reminding me. I
Holy
forgot
crap.
about that.
Oh wow.
Holy crap. Okay.
Nice.
I will attempt to try and avoid that. No. Okay.
Okay. So I generated 4 momentum.
Yes.
So that
we
would take
can
us up
only-
to 6. It's our max, so 2 for damage. Or...
Yeah, I'll just
Then
put
use
2
your
into
one.
damage. I'll put 2 into damage because it just feels fun.
It feels fun. It feels right. And
Feels
can't you use
good.
momentum to make another attack?
You can to
Oh, that's
take a
true.
second major action. No, you have to spend a
Minor
fortune
action.
point.
Fortune for
Yeah.
major.
Fortune
Oh, I
for
thought
nature
there
gets
was
minor.
a momentum one where you could hit somebody adjacent.
You had that one where you could like hit two, like with one
Yeah.
swing sort of
Mhm.
thing.
A secondary target, an additional target within reach of your target, is also affected by the full effects of the attack. That's 2 momentum spins. That's
I think
post
that
skill
sounds like a
test
good
too.
momentum
You could do
spend.
that.
I'll do
there,
that.
there are multiples within
All
within
right.
reach.
So I'll do that. So I'm hitting a second person.
I will say that's a better spend than damage because this one is probably gonna die.
Okay. So how much does that take us down to on our momentum? That takes us back down to 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it takes us down.
four.
We're,
Oh,
no,
4.
that he had extra. He had 2 extra momentum
So
that
he's
aren't
spending
accounted
the
for.
extra
That.
2.
Will
Yeah, so
take
we're
us
at
down to
6.
6. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind if I take us down to like 5 maybe?
Do it.
Yeah, man, do it.
Okay.
Whatever you want to
I'll
do.
do that because we're hitting 2 people. At that
It's
point,
your
actually, I'm gonna
world. We're
spend
just
2.
living in it, man.
At that point, I'm going to spend 2. I'll take us down to 4 since I'm hitting 2 people with it. Oh, boo.
roll.
Ooh.
What a garbage roll.
So
for-
that is enough to kill the one that you injured first time around. That is enough. How do you
Okay.
kill that one?
I mean, I don't really understand how this works. I just know he's kind of dissipating, so I just do my best to like push him to the ground,
Yeah.
and just I push the shield into him, knowing there's something special about the shield, so I just smush it into his face until he dissipates and doesn't reform.
Right. Screaming, clawing up at you as you're pushing down the shield, and you just push him into the ground, and just this like red dust just kind of appears or mist.
Then I turn around and kind of backhanded swipe at another
Yeah,
one.
and you hurt him, but you don't injure him or anything. But it does seem to hurt the one behind you. That just leaves Henri, yeah?
Yes, and I guess I have to do what was it?
3.
It was like
It's
a
3.
Strength.
Yes.
Okay.
The difficulty is 3.
So this is athletics, brawn,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna spend a momentum, get third die. Athletics, brawn, we say.
3 or more. You got this.
Get
Oh! Ben
off my baguette!
Ben bars lift gates.
Nice.
Yeah, no one knew it, but he's somehow really strong.
So you broke free.
And I guess I could move, right?
You can move. Yeah.
I'm gonna go towards the bulls with the balls.
The bowls of the
Henri's gonna-
balls. It's like
Henri's
it's a
gonna run
relief
over
in the
there.
wall. So like there's a carving of these bowls, and they're kind of like pushed out. A
Yeah,
relief.
Henri doesn't
And
feel
the
like
balls
his baguette.
are set into the wall, and they look like they can move, but there's like a lock on them. And you're not sure just looking at them how you can move them from their current position elsewhere.
He's gonna try that next turn.
Okay. So that's top of the turn order. So you guys go first.
I think Pavel will go again, give another target for those who need it. I'll do the same thing I did this time.
There's 5
last
remaining. Yep.
Whichever one's kind of is closest to me, within range, medium range, etc. So
I'm going to say all of them are within medium range. There is one that's been hurt so far by Morris. Otherwise, the others are unscathed.
I'll probably target a different one then, one that's not something like that. So that
Sounds good.
Wolf and Ruby have a target, and then I'll spend another momentum as well on the cast. I'll tap into my weird once more, and then correctly this time. Insight, focus. Okay, so that's a total of
Ooh.
6 successes.
We're all
I
rolling
need-
really good tonight. I just want to say.
Need
Mhm.
3, so it's going to generate 5 momentum. I will burn a couple momentum now to. What's the intense effect?
That was extra damage for each effect rolled.
If the attack inflicts an injury, and an effect is rolled, the attack inflicts an additional injury.
Whoa! It's
Ooh.
also
I'm gonna
really
That is
burn-
actually really good if you roll high damage.
I'm going to burn 2 momentum to give this the intense effect. And then I will roll. Let's see, power plus 2, so 7 plus 2. So I roll 9. Rolling 9.
9
It's
dice.
the same thing happens, yeah. So again, he never kind of went back to his normal look. He's
Mhm,
just sort of looking more and more dehydrated, more and more drained. And then, all right. So this is I'm just using this to roll the right amount of dice. Okay.
Shit, I'm glad I'm not near you.
5
That's
effects.
effects.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. You're gonna kill
Okay,
this thing
so-
off injuries alone. So how do you kill this thing? What does this look like with your spell?
So actually, it actually explains. So if the creature is defeated, it literally just vanishes. So I will just once more, I will like draw the sign, and then because he's got the power of the elements, the wind, he'll blow that kind of weird ruined, like it's a rune but roots through the air, and when this big gust of wind just like washes over, it just disintegrates him and just sort of turns this kind of flying creature into sort of this big rush of wind.
That's huge, man. That's
So what's-
huge.
What's the range on your weird effect? Like, does that affect all of us?
It should be. Let me pull it up.
I ran away,
so
please. No. My brain.
I averted my eye behind baguette.
anybody within close range.
Woo!
Okay.
That's all of you.
I mean, my
So-
baguette goes pretty
Wouldn't be
far. but
Henri.
not that
Henri would
far.
have ran.
Oh
but the
yeah,
other
Henri
ones
took
ran.
off. So everybody else.
I mean,
That's-
definitely, I would say Wolf
So
and
that-
Morris because
So that's 5 points of piercing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 5 sort of
Down to
straight
one
damage.
courage. But it's only one. You only
yeah.
you take a point of damage for each effect, right?
Yeah, it's only for effect. It's
Okay,
not for the.
okay.
Ignore the damage part. It's just the effects part.
1 point of damage for each effect. So 5 effects, 5 damage.
5 pierce.
5 damage, but it's
with
5
5 piercing.
piercing, so it reduces your courage.
Actually, it's
by
not.
5.
It's not piercing. It's just
That's-
one mental stress. Like,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
rolling. I'm just doing that to get the power dice. So like, weird is one mental stress for each effect you roll. That's it. There's no extra piercing.
Is anybody
Oh, so it's just
taking
5
straight
damage?
5 damage, or is your courage eating it?
My courage is 6.
Man, y'all
Same.
are courageous.
Because if anybody takes
We're
5
crazy.
damage, that's going to cause an
You get an
injury
mental injury.
from Pavel. You guys all have
For
courage, right?
me,
That-
it's my
that-
cost.
Yeah.
That helps eating that. Ruby, you have courage?
I do not. So,
What?
so here's the thing. So the last bit, so the last dude, like wiped out. The courage goes away, right? Like that's
No.
like-
No,
it's-
it
it's
remains.
like
So that's
armor.
like your mental armor.
Oh well, never mind then. I'm good.
So how much courage do you have?
I only have 2.
Okay,
You
so
take
but you're
3.
not. So you're not taking 5 damage. Okay, good. Because you took 5 damage and caused an injury. That's why I was curious. But yeah, your courage remains. It's like your mental armor, your mental fortitude
Mhm.
against these things. So it won't go away.
Excellent. So I'm good.
You're good. Okay. Do
I
you
took
guys
some
want to?
more? I took some more fatigue again.
'Kay.
Of the piercing effect of this, but I'm still hanging in.
You
So I'm
killed
just getting
one, though.
Tireder and tireder.
The-
Yeah, just one shot.
I'll just tell you, the double injury did it. The double injury killed it. So it wasn't enough damage to kill one, but
Mhm.
because you caused one injury and got an additional one, that was huge.
Yeah, I generated so much
Huge.
threat. I'm like, or so much momentum. I'm like, I'm gonna try this whole intense
Mhm.
thing. I might be able to kill it. Yeah.
Nice.
Well played.
Wow, that was awesome. We haven't seen that before. That's why I'm so surprised, shocked, because it's
Mhm.
really cool to see. You guys want to keep it in your court? I've got 4 left, and I'll do
Nah.
one for one. So I'll do one, you guys do one, like we normally.
Bring it.
Okay. One of them's going to attack Pavel, who's just killed one of them.
It's wheezing too.
All right. 2 successes.
I don't have any melee weapons on me, so I mean, like, I wouldn't have one out.
Mhm.
And all my and I have to spend minor actions to prep my spells anyway. So there's
So 5 mental damage. That doesn't even go through your courage, does
Is there
it?
any piercing? Is there any piercing?
It's
to that?
piercing 1. So piercing 1 for each effect roll. So 2. It ignores 2 points of courage.
So it would do. So then that means I would have 4 courage. I would take 1.
Okay. 1 point of mental
I
damage
have
to you
6
then.
courage. So.
I'll still
Uh,
react and block it.
You're sweet.
Wow.
Okay,
what a
who's-
nice guy?
Are you? Are you really?
It's my job. I mean, to be fair, Captain Wolf made it very clear what a job here is. Doing my job.
Orders
Also,
are clear, Sergeant. Way to take the hit.
And
But
I
of course,
like I like Pavel.
you still get to resist it. I mean, you can counter it with your shield.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you get to roll back if you're.
Or
It's only 2 successes. Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh
I know. How does the resist work? Is that
I
you
think
just take the
it's-
damage?
no, the talent is just I take the hit for them.
Okay.
Oh, so yeah, you would just have your armor or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Courage. But this doesn't even do anything to you, does it?
No.
No. All right. Who's going next? You guys are still formidable.
I mean,
And mess with the bulls, or y'all can
Hey,
keep going.
can I go? Do you mind?
Yeah,
It's your
absolutely.
birthday. Do it.
Go for it.
I'm gonna run and help Henri.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna assist him in whatever he's gonna do.
I'll tell you what. Go ahead and make me a reason. Reason. We'll do engineering, or
Sorry.
or
I thought this was a ball to the bull mouth. I thought-
engineering, and it'll be architecture, or insight. Just hear me out. Insight, observation, and it'll be sight, but it'll be a difficulty 1. If you do engineering, it'll be a difficulty 2 with the observation.
So reason engineering was the first option.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and reason, observation.
Okay,
Specifically
is she-
sight,
if-
and the other one was architecture. Architecture.
Architecture. Yeah, I'm sure people have focuses on that. Is she helping me or is she rolling?
No, this is her turn, so she can roll.
Okay.
Like she moved for her minor action, her major action. I'm gonna let her observe and take a look at this. What the two of you are facing.
So sorry, you said observation and insight?
Yes.
Or reason engineering.
I don't know engineering.
Nope. You look at it and you're like, I don't. Yeah, you're like, there's more to this, but I can't determine what it is right now. As like a red flying demon creature like flies past you and claws at your hair as it wheezes by. All right. It'll be that creature's turn, and it's going to attack you.
I was running away from this, by the way.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
I hit
Can you give us some momentum?
but I'm gonna give you 2 momentum. But I hit you.
How the turntables.
Here comes the thumb knife. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, you get
Yep.
to try to
Yes.
Oh, tied.
tied.
Tie. No damage.
No damage. All right, so it screams at you. And you hold out your silver bane dagger, and it just kind of you hold it back at bay. Who wants to go next?
So
One of
Captain
you guys
Wolf,
go. Yeah.
Captain Wolf will lunge forward at one of these guys.
There is one that's taken some damage so far. Otherwise, the rest are.
He'll
unharmed.
go after one that's unharmed just to try it out.
Like
Sure.
one that hasn't taken an action
Wear
yet.
it down a little bit. Yeah.
Sure.
So, yeah, one that hasn't moved yet this turn. And I will enact that they don't like it up them, just like Sergeant Morris, and get that first bonus die. And I'll spend 1 momentum to get an extra die.
So kind and gave you momentum.
It was very kind of you.
Birthday present for Megan.
That's right. Megan deserves it.
Ooh,
It's the least I can do.
nice.
And I will re-roll that 1 die for parrying and get 4 successes.
All right, I'll roll. Okay. It goes
Okay,
through.
So we'll go back up to 6, and I will use the other 3 successes on damage.
Let's roll high.
8 damage, 4 drain.
1 fatigue for each. Okay. Sounds good. So 8 damage is going to not cause an injury because of their armor.
Oh,
Will not cause an injury.
It makes me unhappy, but okay.
Okay. Back to them, unless you guys want to keep it. I have 2 left to attack. The one that you just attacked is gonna claw back at you.
I like it. And I will spend 1 point of momentum to get a 3rd die on that.
Chances are very good.
Wow.
Wow! All right, you parry
Oh.
it.
4
With your
so let's
sword?
back up to 6,
And
and he
it-
takes damage.
Oh
again.
yeah, that's right. You take damage. This is the one you just hurt. So let's see if you can do better. Ooh. Okay.
7 damage, 5 effects, so 5 drain.
Wow, you're gonna get him just like by getting rid of his hit points, his max hit points. Okay. Very good. Still alive. And it's back to you guys.
Go ahead, Morris.
Okay. Let's see. I'll
See if-
trying to.
2 that have been hurt so far, and 2 that
Mhm.
are unharmed.
I'll go for one that's hurt.
And you have max momentum, so if you want to swing and hit 2, you can.
That sounds like a great idea. Why not? So since this will be a new target, I'll use the don't like it up 'em.
Holy man. I will try to resist. Nope.
Okay, cool. And since we're hitting a couple people, I'll spend 2 momentum in the hopes of getting a better result here. Gosh, man, I got that one really good damage roll. But it usually comes up pretty dry on my shield bashes.
Except for that first one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you hit
Just right.
the one that was really injured. You were attacking that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that one takes some more damage. It's still alive, and you hit another one that is not hurt so far. And then my last one gets to attack, and it's going to attack you back because you just hit him.
Yay.
Because you just hit him. All right. Well, why don't you hit him again? Go ahead and roll your parry or your. Oh my god! Why don't you spare that momentum on me?
I think I will.
Oh lordy!
Yikes.
Okay. So sure, yeah, I'll spend some momentum. I'll just put it straight into the damage.
Why not?
Oh my god, man, just garbage rolls.
So
Other
that does
than
not do
one.
any damage whatsoever to it, but you did thwart its attack. Who's left on your side to go? Is it just Henri?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember the rolls I told you?
Oh yes, Henri is going to remember his
Engineering?
wax on, wax off,
Engineering
ball to
background.
bull mouth, visa into engineering.
All right, ball to bull.
I'm gonna
Let's go.
spend a momentum
Ball to
because
bull.
my chances are real high. Just let you know, because I only need 1 success for engineering.
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
Fuck yeah, we got this.
All right, so you're looking at these balls, and there's some sort of locking mechanism they can roll. They are balls that are set into the wall, but there's some sort of locking mechanism that's stopping them, and it looks like there's different slots below that they can fall in, and some sort of mechanism can activate where they fall. And looking at this, it looks like it somehow ties back to these pillars or columns that are set up around this enclosure. And looking at these columns, they almost have like indents in them throughout, and they appear to be hollow. Like maybe if you struck them, they played a tune almost.
A song.
And if you played maybe the right notes of the song in order, the ball would go into the right place, and maybe something would happen.
Is that my whole turn?
That's your. You can move.
Okay, I will move to one of the statues
You-
with baguette ready to.
I was gonna say you're
play
gonna ready to hit it with
xylophone.
one of these columns
Yes.
with a baguette. Boom.
I have found the secret sauce.
If so, with 1 success, you can't determine like the order. There's definitely going to be an order to these. If you receive more than 1 success, you would have had a little bit more insight. But you know that this locking mechanism is tied to these columns somehow, some way, and they will release these balls at the bulls. And that's it. Top of the turnover. Who wants to go next? There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them left, and one of them is really hurt.
Has it been clear that they're getting harmed, or like that they're being harmed by mundane weapons? Does it look
They
like-
are being harmed by mundane weapons.
Okay.
Yes, they seem to become like whole as they slash
Okay.
out to attack you guys, and like the shields and the swords and everything else are hurting them.
Okay, Pavel will go if that's okay. I don't think I'm gonna do the same thing I've done before. That's draining, but I will do something else. Are they all within like medium range of Pavel?
Yeah, they're all within close range.
All right, so Pavel still kind of looking extraordinarily pale, still sprouts of like, plants and stuff kind of coming out of him, and he's still coughing like he hasn't had a drink in 10 years. he will once again, he will get very ugly and very scary, and he will kind of start humming very low, and then soon you'll see this like root horn begin to kind of grow out of the earth, and just this, and all like kind of radiating out from it. You'll see these little roots kind of sneaking out and trying to grab these guys that are kind of flying around.
Sure.
So I'm going to burn a momentum to get an extra die. It was a 1, so that's I needed 1 success in this one. I got 3, so that puts us back up to 6. I will burn, I think, 2 more momentum to inflict harm to increase my power on this spell. So that I'm gonna spend. So that'll put me up to, with weird, that'll put me up to 8. All right, so. All right, so what? So basically, what I'm trying to do is like root them. This is that old root one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
do they have athletics lower than 3?
Yes.
Okay. So each creature whose athletics is lower than the number of effects rolled is ensnared and cannot take any physical actions other than trying to break free. That requires. There's 2 different options. So when it's your turn, I'll let you know. But otherwise, they are. They're ensnared and can't take physical actions. And that's it. And then let me roll my costs as well. And you guys should be fine. Should just 1 effect this time, so it'd be 1 mental stress.
Very good. My turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend 1 threat, and it becomes incorporeal, and it's gonna break free of your vines.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Tricky.
They do have that ability, but it's cost me threat to do it.
It causes threat. Yeah. It makes
Yeah,
perfect
you're
sense.
eating my threat up. Yeah, that's gonna be its action essentially to pass through. Okay, back over to you guys.
Sergeant Morris, crush him.
Yes, sir.
There are 3 that are ensnared still or entangled.
Of course. I'm a pinball wizard. Let me find one I haven't attacked yet. You don't like it up them.
Nice.
Okay, I'm ensnared, so I'm not gonna be able to resist.
I generated a couple extra successes. I'll make sure that I'm hitting an extra person. Why not?
Yowza.
And actually on this one, I'll just use the sword.
Oh.
You're going to kill the one that was already heavily injured with the sword. And you're also targeting one that has not been hit already, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you hurt a fresh one. As you run through that one, it screams and just kind of dissipates, and the vines go back down to the earth as this thing dissipates into a red mist. Red plume of smoke. My turn. I will spend a threat to unensnare another one. Back to you guys.
Is the one that just got injured still ensnared?
Yes, it is. Yep.
So Captain Wolf will lunge at it and try to pierce it through the body.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
And I will spend 1 point of momentum to get an extra die for that, if that's okay with everybody.
It can't defend itself. Oh my god.
5 successes. So
Go
I'll
ahead
take us
and
back
take
up
all of the momentum.
Take us back up to 6. And 2 extra for damage. Crap.
Oh,
Terrible.
excellent.
Actually, I'm going to spend a fortune point and re-roll my dice that did not do any damage.
I don't think we've ever seen anybody do that yet either.
Nice.
There we go.
That's more
Ooh.
like it.
Yes.
10 damage, 2 drain.
Oh wow. Yeah. How do you kill this one?
Basically, the same thing. The blade goes in, and you can see it resist as he's pulling it out, as it's almost screaming at this point in pleasure as it sucks this creature into the blade, and it finally pops free. And again, Captain Ulrich has this weird smile on his face, but it's not reaching his eyes.
Very good. With that, as you kill that one, there's only two left, and they're both injured. They both retreat back into the statues that they came out of, screaming. You can hear still screams echoing in this courtyard. Remember, there are dead German Noctwolf soldiers in here. They have the armbands with the paw laying about this area, but there's no other soldiers to be seen. You don't know if they were it or they've gone elsewhere. But you now have this puzzle in front of you.
Oh, I am puzzling away. I know the secret sauce. He doesn't, but he is going to attempt.
Do you?
Nice.
Yes!
You know the secret sauce?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to make more engineering rolls for that?
Yeah, I do.
Because you can start playing tunes and seeing something happen. Like, yeah,
I've got an idea.
yeah. Make me a roll. Just do an insight. I'm just looking if there's anything else here. Not really.
I think
We
it's
were
probably
given a hint
insight
about this too, I think.
stealth. Probably like urban or rural stealth. would
Oh
be
yeah,
wise.
you think so? What was that, Chef? Sorry.
I mean, weren't we given a hint about this? I can't remember if it was.
Well, it's the tune of the
NATO.
guy, but we don't know the notes of the
Yeah,
statue.
it was- Yeah, it was the key. Yeah, it was the key to the entry into the temple.
Yeah, it didn't tell you like the notes
Mhm.
to play or anything. Just
Yeah.
bring up the handout again.
I was thinking Pavel could possibly create a truth using two of our 5 momentum, and use like academia and something to divine the right order for the music based on the information we have.
It just
Yeah, I
says
mean, I'm
musical
game.
columns tuned to specific notes. Why here?
Why?
Yeah, we could do academia. We could work that in as you're all working together to try and figure this out. Does anybody have a musical background?
I mean, I have an intimate knowledge of cowbells.
Jesus. yes, you do. Yes, you do.
All right. Well, Henri's still gonna roll something because he was
Yeah,
already
Sure.
winging
Yeah,
away. Even
sure.
if it's not gonna work, What do you want me to roll? Insight? What? Academia?
Or observation. We can do observation here. Now that you figured it out, start
Okay, insight
observing.
Observation.
It'll be too difficulty to try and figure out like the right order. You start hitting them and whacking them. Like when you hit it, it's boom, and almost like a bell sound goes out from these columns. Oh my god! So you just
What do
like
you do?
run around like bong 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 bong. you start like you hit them, you get the tune, you understand like which note each of them hit, and you sit there and you deduce. You pull out a piece of paper, you write musical notes on it, and you in one fell swoop you deduce running from all 6 like bing bong bing bong bing, and as you do, the balls unlock and roll and fall into a different little recess, and as they do that, you hear like a clicking unlocking noise with each one as you do so. And all of a sudden, a door where these 2 bulls are in the wall pushes back and opens into the secret stairwell leading deeper into this temple with your amazing roll.
Nice.
As Henri was doing that, Captain Wolf would have been checking the Noctwolf bodies, see if they had any written orders or call signs, unit identification, anything, any intelligence information that might help us understand who they're here with, what's the organization.
Sure. They're running pretty light. You can tell just by going over the bodies and the belongings that this mission is probably off the books. They shouldn't be here, so that these are just appear to be just grunts, and they don't have like any orders or anything on them other than just standard issued gear.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna look around and see which dead body best fits. Their uniform would best fit me.
Fit
You know.
Ruby?
Yep.
All right. They're all pretty much generally the same size, but you find the one that's probably closest to your build. It's going to be a little baggy on you still, but you find one that's closest.
Excellent.
Remember, there were no wounds on these guys. There's no bullet holes or anything. It looks like it was all mental anguish. They all had looks of terror on their faces when they died. So there's no blood or anything on any of these uniforms. They're all clean.
So, whatchamacallit, can I go over to, like, Pavel and help him out with your mental state, my friend?
Yes, Pavel would have collapsed pretty embarrassingly on the ground after casting that twice, and then the other one, and just kind of be there, color very slowly returning, and he'll be like nuzzling Gregor a bit and everything, just feeling very exhausted.
Sergeant Morris,
Yeah.
you're a hell of a hard-charging soldier. Well done.
I mean, I felt pretty good about what went down there. That sword is cool.
It's maybe I'll tell you about that story later over drinks, but you jumped in front of whatever the hell he is. Did you see the roots growing out of his face? What in the name of Sam Hill are 2 American soldiers doing in this group? I don't even want to know, but you did your job, and that's what matters.
I don't ask questions. I just know what my job is. It's pretty easy, really.
Just wait until he starts teleporting us.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
It's crazy. One minute
It's
you're there.
amazing.
It is the worst experience I have actually had this whole entire time. Viva la France! And he starts stealthing into the stairway.
That guy.
You put
No
look.
discipline. Lieutenant McKay, can you get Pavel on his feet?
I'll see what I can. Rolling insight medicine, yes? I'm assuming?
Well,
Yeah.
it's all like for scars and like stabilizing the dying.
Right.
All the rolls. There's no roll to help him get back. Like it just kind of takes time, and you get them back. Remember,
You
like
can,
from scene to scene, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can remove stress with a will plus medicine test difficulty of 2 to catch your breath as a major action. But we're out of combat now, so
Yeah.
And that
Is that
I'm
what that's what I roll, or that's what Ruby rolls?
that's someone else helping you. That would be Ruby
Okay.
rolling
Yeah.
will plus medicine. If you did it yourself, it's will plus resilience.
Mm.
What do they get back? Like full stress?
They get back
or-
stress equal to the medicine skill, Ruby's medicine skill.
is 5.
Whoa!
That's enough. Yeah. That'll bring me back.
Excellent. They kind of like brush you off, make sure all your scarves and things
Let-
dirt free, and like clean up some spittle and stuff from the sides of your mouth. There you are,
Where are we? Ugh.
my.
What
Under-
happened? I blacked out.
Ah, you were amazing. Oh my gosh. Helps him to his feet, brushes them off. Let's go.
Ugh.
Let's
Okay.
go.
You were turning into a tree. I don't
Oh,
even want
yes,
to.
yes.
I don't want to know.
Oh, I can tell you all about it if you like. I mean,
Is it gonna kill you?
I mean, probably not. It might alter my existence at some point, where I transcend this physical form and become something
Captain
else.
Wolf just turns around and walks away. He's like, I don't- no,
Okay.
not playing that game today. Let's move out.
Like, so, like, you're gonna turn into a tree at some point.
No, not really. Just at some point, the power that's coursing through me will probably cause all of the atoms and such in my body to completely disintegrate me, and then my mind will be drifting into the elements somewhere. Possibly into your dreams at some point. Stuff like
Captain
that.
Wolf looks back over his shoulder. Not until after this mission is done. Then you can do whatever you want with your atoms.
Well, not until at least get my sister married, because I could tell you about it, but you don't seem interested, so we'll wait.
Let's
There's
follow
a
the
lot-
crazy Frenchman. He's already ahead of us.
I could teleport us up there to catch up with him or get in front of him. Wouldn't that be funny?
All right. So ahead of
Thank you, Ruby.
a pitch black void lurks behind the now open door.
Hell yeah!
Um,
See through the dark, Naruto.
I was like,
running.
you can see through the dark. The others need to light a lantern or a torch or something. And you're running Naruto style into the dark.
Yes.
Here
Well,
are-
Here's the thing, like when we were rooting around the dead bodies and such, did they have like a flashlight or like a Zippo?
You would have found lighters on them, yeah, Zippos, 100%. No flashlights, but lighters, definitely. All of them would have had a lighter, without a
Okay.
question.
Well, I'm sure one of us has got a flashlight, right?
Somebody
It's
want to make a
never really
truth
been
that you got a flashlight all of
my-
a sudden?
Yes.
Sure.
Two
I have a
momentum.
bunch of
Martin Morris.
cigarettes.
You can break one of their femurs, then wrap their clothes around it, and then make a torch of their leg. Wouldn't that be fun?
That kind of time.
I will. I'll spend another point of fortune. Don't worry about it. I've got a flashlight.
All right.
Oh,
All right. Before we head down, I have to go to the bathroom. Step away for 5 minutes here. We'll be right back. We will be back. Oh, we're back with audio now. Hello, everybody. Thank you for the brief bathroom break. We normally don't take those, but hey, I needed to this time. Let's keep going. So you guys are going to ascend. You all of a sudden have a flashlight now. You have Zippo lighters, and Henri is just Naruto running into the dark.
Captain Wolf has pulled out his HDM pistol and sheathed his sword, so he's going down with a silenced pistol.
Okay. So you guys head down, and through the doorway, a set of steps venture down into the darkness. They're not steeply cut. It's like a gradual descent down, and it doesn't appear, just looking right now, there doesn't appear to be signs of wear. As you travel down, it starts to twist and turn back on itself, and you keep on moving, and all of a sudden you can see up ahead some lights, some dim lights shining. It doesn't look like natural lights though, but it also doesn't look like torchlight. It's just this kind of like calming white light you can see up ahead.
Flashlight goes off, puts it away. Holsters the pistol, pulls the carbine up.
Yeah. Henri, you going in first? You stealthing? You just
Hell yeah.
Naruto
doesn't
running?
Stop. Parkour.
Why do you say parkour?
He's like jumping over like pebbles.
All right,
Parkour.
do your stealth run, please. Or stealth
Sure.
run.
I'll spend a momentum to hopefully get us a momentum. It's agility, right? Stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. I have all the foci, so I don't have to ask you, is this urban or rural? There.
Wow, there it is. All right, so you
Where am I?
sneak up ahead, move silently, and you see this. All of a sudden, there's this semicircular chamber in front of you where this light's coming from, and it appears to be coming from a collection of like burnished metal discs set into the ceiling, and it looks like constellation patterns almost. So it's almost like the night sky is up above you and shining down. You can you were in Tibet. Go ahead and make me a reason science or a reason survival test, if you will.
Is this difficulty 1?
Yeah.
Reason, survival, or what?
Reason science. I believe in science.
There's not a science skill.
What? It's listed in the module.
It's
There's
under
not-
academia.
Yeah.
So we'll do academia then.
Oh,
Academia.
so reason academia or
Yeah.
reason survival. Okay. I'll spend
one
one,
success, one
to
success.
do survival. Okay.
Woo!
Ooh.
You look at this, and this reminds you of the constellations and the stars in the sky you saw in Tibet. It's actually identical to it. And if everybody who is there remembers, those constellations that when you looked up in the sky did not match any known constellations to man that we've observed. So these patterns and lights and constellations on the roof of this room are a copy of what you saw in your time in Tibet in that valley that Sterling Lama lives in.
And there's just the constellations. There's no
Nothing else.
Is there a pathway or doorway?
Oh yeah, it continues on. There's a door, like a pathway carved on the other side. This is just a semicircular room.
I'm gonna parkour across.
Of course
with the
you
extra
will.
2 momentum.
Don't spend your momentum.
Completely unnecessary. Well, I got 4 successes.
Oh, okay.
So completely unnecessarily parkouring to get all the way to the other side.
Okay, all right.
There's
Fine.
no such thing as unnecessary parkouring.
That's
Come
true.
on.
It's always
It's
necessary.
always necessary.
You continue on, and there are more steps cut into the rock. You keep going, and it leads down. And as you continue down, it opens up into another room. There's no light in here, but you can see it with your weird raccoon eyes or whatever you've got to help you see in the dark. And leading down into a room where there appears to be a platform against a far wall. And the rest of the room has been carved into like terraced seating. So it's like an auditorium or lecture hall sort of thing. So it's staggered seating. And on the platform that you see on the other side of the room, it appears to be a stone table or altar of some kind with 9 brass lamps on it. They're not lit, but there are lamps on there. And you also see behind the table, on the rear wall, it is covered with a massive relief. And it has same sort of animals or the exact same animals that were depicted in the courtyard with the different columns and statues and everything else.
Is there balls?
There are no balls, but would you like to examine things a little closer?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they're.
Yeah, sure. The others are going to
fine.
stagger in.
Yeah, I'll go parkour necessarily again.
And again, there's
across
nobody
the-
else in this room. It's just you. There's no lights.
Across the stadium stairs.
You go over to the table and the lamps, and you pick up a lamp and you start looking at it, and it appears that on the bottom or underneath each of the lamps, there's a carved gem, similar to those on the pillars or columns in the courtyard of this temple.
Do I recall which pillars had which gems?
With
As I am the
your
baguette.
crazy roll, I'm gonna say yes because you had 3 successes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you notice that these gems, you can actually push them in, and they make like a clicking noise.
Does it look like either by pushing them in or either removing them, does it look like you could then put the lamps on the relief in
Yes,
some way that would match
on the
it?
table.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he will start with his memory, start going by and inserting each lamp.
Sure. So as the rest of you enter this auditorium-like room, you see Henri picking up lamps, clicking things, putting them down methodically, and just as he puts the last one down, all of a sudden, this little alcove opens up on that relief, that wall with the relief on it behind the table in front of you, Henri. It's just a small little alcove, and inside you see a sandalwood box, probably about 1 meter in length, 3.5 feet for my non-metric friends,
About the size of my baguette. Okay.
about the size of your baguette. Maybe there's the lost baguette of Atlantis in there.
He will yeah, he'll just grab the box. He's not gonna open it, but he'll grab it and kind of maybe put it on the table out in front of everybody.
Sure.
Ha
Kid, you're good. You're good, kid. I didn't want to say it, but you're good.
I am going to open it. Whoosh, he opens it.
All right. Inside the box, you can see there's an object wrapped in cloth, silk, actually, and it's white. The silk is white like the day it was made. There's no dust. It's not yellowed over time and age. And nothing on it. No discoloration. You unwrap it slowly, and it reveals a strange-looking object. It appears to be almost like some sort of primitive handheld grenade launcher of some sort. When looking at it, you see it's some sort of weapon. The stock is made out of a colorless glass or polished rock crystal. There are engravings swirling of lines all the way down it, resembling like tongues of fire. Approximately halfway along its length, just before it joins the weapon's barrel, the stock curves slightly so. Overall, the shape is very reminiscent of like a swimming fish, with complete with tail and everything. The barrel of this weapon is made of an unusual red metal, and it's been cast in the shape of a horse's head, with a stiff, spiky mane and wide, glaring eyes made of rubies inset in it. Where there should be a mouth, there's only a protrusion, protrusion that could be more flames, but could also be flattened tentacles coming out of it. Jammed firmly inside the horse's mouth is a large golden crystal. So, looking it over a little further, it looks like there should be some other component attached to the side of the barrel and stock. But it seems to have been removed. Almost like a trigger mechanism is almost missing. And it also looks like whatever was there previously was broken off. There's signs that was smashed off. There's also damage to the barrel of the weapon itself. It almost looks like it's been burned or with acid or corroded with acid. And looking it over, it doesn't look like this weapon could fire any anymore. Pavel, you've studied the Book of the Machine. This thing, you've seen writings of it. You've read about it in Ehrlichman's journal. This is the Agnea weapon of flame that Henri's holding. And that little statue that points at the Paladians, it is pointing straight at Pavel right now. That statue that Ruby has.
This is it.
This is it, but it's broken.
Well, there was talk. There's two here. Aren't we supposed to find two things here?
The other one's in
Your
Persia.
damn statue.
You missed that last week. The
never
other one's in
mind.
Persia.
Oh, right there.
Yeah, that was the cup of Yem.
Yep, Cup of Yema.
Persia.
Oh.
Well,
We can spread out here and see if whatever's missing from this thing is around here, but looks pretty sparse to me.
I mean, quick once over won't hurt. It's fair.
so are there any other doors or anything leading out of this particular room?
No, it just ends here. You can roll to try and find like secret doors or anything like that. A baguette launcher, yes, a baguette launcher.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much what you described to me. I don't know what other people were listening.
You
and
can do
hearing.
an inside observation, see if there's anything else of interest in this room, this lecture hall.
One success.
Yep.
This seems to be it. It
Or
seems
two
like
successes, sorry.
you guys are at max momentum. Let's give you a chance to buy some more, get some more momentum here. Yeah, it seems like this is it. You've hit the end of this temple, and this is the last stop. Some sort of ancient old lecture hall, where this item,
Does
this
does
treasure
the-
was hidden away.
the book explain what this is supposed to do, or is it just broken and we just carry it with us?
So I know it's called the Weapon of the Flames, right? Look at this. What was it called? Ignia? Ignia? Is that what it's called?
Ignea?
Ignea.
Ignea. The Weapon of the Flames. And then, because you said there were kind of flames on it too. And it
There
also
are
had-
flames, yeah, engraved on it. Yeah.
Right. But it is missing a mechanism. Is there any check Pavel might be able to roll with memory of the Book of Machines about like why the acid might be on it? Like, is it something that is involved with the weapon itself, or is it like?
I will make you roll. There would have been nothing written about that. It looks like somebody's tampered with or sabotaged it. Like someone has done this on purpose to the weapon.
Does it look recent?
It does not. No, this looks like it was done a long time ago.
Okay.
Well, my orders never said that any of these things had to actually do anything. We just had to get him and get Pavel wherever he's got to go to do whatever hoodoo it is he's going to do. So, looks like it's time to head back out.
All right.
All right, I
Alright,
will keep
okay.
my mobile baguette maker.
The only other thing you would have gleaned from the Book of the Machine from this item is its vast destructive powers and how it played a great part in the destruction of Atlantis. So you can, just based off your knowledge of that, of what you read, you can kind of understand why someone may have done this on purpose so that it may not be unleashed again on mankind.
Yeah. Pavel would explain everything he has read so far. It is clear that someone felt the power of this thing was too much. Was too much. If it could defeat the city of the ancients, then, well, it would be very powerful now, I would think.
Well, then it's probably a good thing that it's not working. Some egghead back in Washington or Berlin probably get their hands on it and blow a whole damn city up or something.
I mean, let's be fair. We would do that way before they did.
Well, I mean, of course, our ingenuity would get us there first, but still not the right thing to do.
Who would blow up an entire city? That seems very foolish.
I mean, it depends on the city.
That's okay. That's fair.
I can name a few that I would.
I've heard of what is this place? Is it New Jersey? Is that,
I
Right,
forgot. No
let's
one
get
knew
out.
about any places in France, so why would they suggest one of those cities?
New France.
New France. Yes.
Blow up New France. Yeah, so you guys heading on out. You've found everything in here. You found another piece, one of the Paladions, but unfortunately this one is not functioning. But you have it, and you can keep it out of the hands of the Nazis. So you guys make your way back up and out, and Henri, I'm assuming, are you leading the way once again through the dark, running
Wee
Naruto? Run?
wee.
So, Naruto run your way outside, and you walk outside, and as your eyes are adjusting to the light, behind one of the statues steps out, and the rest of you follow shortly behind Henri, a tall, bespectacled Indian gentleman wearing a rather overdressed for the setting pinstripe suit. And he steps forward, and he's got a cane in one hand, hat on his head, and he starts to speak, but as he does so, he is jostled out of the way by a beautiful woman in a torn, bloodied red sari, steps from behind the statue, and she says, "I demand you hand over what you found down there immediately!" And the man looks very displeased, like as he's still like about to say something. "Hand over whatever you found!"
I did not find anything. I have a bunch of bread. Would you like some bread?
You
Listen,
hear,
ma'am, I don't know who you are, but this is an official Allied mission. So you need to move out of the way.
or else what? She has like a wild-eyed look.
Or else Sergeant Morris here is going to move you out of our way.
With that, she sort of just like lets out a call, and all of a sudden you see these women start appearing up on the walls with bows drawn all around you. Knocked Wolf soldiers step out in the courtyard all around you, and you're suddenly faced by a great number of foes.
That's what I like to see.
And the Indian gentleman again says, "Hand over what you found down there. It is ours. There's no use to resist. We have already captured, tied up, disposed of your comrades who came with you. They were no match against us."
Pavel, you should hand over the cyclone-like thing that you found down there.
Cyclone-like thing? I don't remember a cyclone-like thing. That's just, let me see.
Wink, wink.
Maybe refresh your magical memory.
No, I seriously don't remember a cyclone thing. Is your name Durga, by the way? Is that we speaking to the Red
She says,
Mother?
"Enough. No, my name is Devika, and I am the leader of the
Oh.
Sisters of Durga, Brides of Durga.
Oh, got it. That's cool. Very cool.
And you will
Yes,
die
yes.
if you do not hand over what you found down there."
So
She's got a bow slung over her shoulder, and she's got this big like almost like mace like thing, a spiked mace, and you see all of the brides are carrying them also, and you've got all the Knocked Wolf. These are Knocked Wolf. You can see their armbands. They all have weapons drawn at you, and the man with the cane, you see also on his belt, you see a sword hanging there, and he draws a fencing saber as she says that.
So I'm going to go to Captain Wolf and be like, maybe we should I'll create a distraction. Maybe you should call the blue hats. You know, and she'll like drop her knife in her and whatnot, and raise her hands and spin around and go, "Oh, Mother Jura, we are thy children. Through thy grace and by thy influence, maybe become fit for the great work, for the great ideal. Mother, destroy our smallness." And I'll go down on my hands and knees and like grovel at her feet. Our selflessness, our fear. And she'll continue to go on and on about the prayer to Durga the Great, right?
Do you know do you know a prayer, or are you just making one up?
I can continue it if you want. "O Mother Durga, enter our bodies in thine yogic strength. We shall become thine instruments. thy sword slaying all evil, thy lamp dispelling all ignorance. Fulfill thy yearning of thy young children, oh mother.
She just says, enough, open fire. And you see all of the brides of Durga raise their bows as they prepare to open fire on the 5 of you.
All right, Pavel.
The red hat people.
These aren't red hats. These are.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the
Yeah,
warriors.
call for the Blue Warriors of the North.
Yes.
Captain Wolf looks up. He's like, I can't believe I'm doing this. We call forth the Blue Warriors of the North. Jesus H.
I love it.
But
I'm so glad you
last
did
guy,
that.
he's not going to help you with that. They're totally different. Like, you're crossing lines there. But no, it's fine.
Yeah, strangely enough, the H stands for Henri. I don't get it.
Is he also French? Oh.
Maybe.
I believe so.
They talk about breaking bread. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe bread was just short for baguette because they had to put it so many times it got annoying or something.
All right. Well,
Wait, are we supposed to be fighting them?
you
Yeah.
call for
We're
help.
having like this,
Yeah.
like a
You call
monologue
for help.
between the
You
two.
give these monologues. They're ready to fight. You call for help. I think we should end here. I know we're a little early, but there's no point in starting another combat and
That's fair.
moving on. I will say this is like the end of India here, so we will definitely be ending India next session and moving on
Okay.
to Persia. That's for sure.
Our
So
fortune.
fortune, yeah, use that fortune next time. Don't sit on it because it's the end of a
Yeah.
chapter. All right, cool. We got some combat. We fought some things that we didn't need to fight. I was telling these guys when we took our break that they could have used the columns and it would have gotten rid of those creatures, but we did it the hard way and we fought them all one by one until they ran away scared.
Yeah.
Let's do the round table here. Jeff, what do you got going on?
Yeah, tomorrow night, twitch.tv/thelollygaggers. We are playing Mothership, continuing our run through Gradient Descent module. Saturday, we're doing One Ring 2nd Edition. Monday, we should be back to Deadlands for Savage Worlds. And we have a new game on Tuesdays that our friend Steven's running for us, Haunted West. It's another one of those spooky Weird West games by Darker Hue Studios.
What
we got?
Megan, what do you got going on for games and such? And also, happy birthday, more importantly.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Well, I have nothing else other than it's my birthday.
Okay. We played Burgle Bros 2 the other week.
We did. It was pretty amazing.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, I did. I had a dream about it the other night, actually.
Whoa! That's good. That left a good impression. Burgle Bros 2. I had fun. I hadn't played the second one yet, so that was a lot of fun. Aaron, what do you got going on?
Well, on Garblag on Monday, binge running City of Mist. I believe on Tuesday, Millie should be back for Coriolis. Wednesday is the season finale of season 3 of Once Upon a Time in the Old World, our Warhammer Fantasy roleplay 4th edition. Thursday, I believe next Thursday, they will be starting the One Ring that Lewis is running, and then we'll be back here Thursday night.
That's right. Jeremy, tell me about this Patreon. Will I grab the link for
Yeah.
it?
Aaron Reese on Patreon. You've got comics, maps, tokens, RPG assets. Good stuff.
Awesome. And Evan, anything? Something?
No.
No. All right. Thank you everybody for joining us. I just want to say we're gonna have an announcement coming soon regarding Achtung Cthulhu here on the channel in the coming weeks. So you definitely stay tuned for that. We have something exciting coming up that's Achtung Cthulhu related here. That'll be happening in November. So stay tuned. Should be fun. But other than that, have a great week, everybody, and we will see you next week, Thursday.